Dearest friends and followers, hello and welcome back to MicroTown, the smallest town with the biggest heart. Right, so in the last episode, things accelerated at a great rate of knots. In fact, I'm very happy with how our little town is looking. Over the course of this episode, I'm very much hoping that we will accumulate a heck of a lot more knowledge. In fact, we've got 95 knowledge points to spend right now. What do we want to spend it on? I think maybe pottery. We haven't got any clay extraction quite yet, so I think heading towards that might be quite nice. Blimey, those things really are unbelievably loud, aren't they? The saws. The saws? Yeah, let me see if I can adjust the audio of the saws. There we go. Take that down just a smidgen. Brilliant. Okay, that's a little bit more reasonable. Still a little on the high side, but that's fine. Anyway, our mines are looking fairly impressive at the moment. Our tree farm is looking great. Our lumber is coming in thick and fast. Our happiness leaves a little to be desired, but that's fine. And our population is absolutely gargantuan. And as soon as we return happiness to the people, then I'm sure we'll be just grand. Food variety, discontent. Right, well, we need to sort out ham, we need to sort out bread, we need to sort out tomatoes as well. But potatoes, carrots, furniture, firewood, we're all pretty good for that sort of stuff. Okay, let's deal with that in just a second, but now I want to see if we can try and get some pottery extraction. So I think we're going to need a quarry. Yeah, can I build it over there? Cool. And what is this? A clay pit? That's exactly the ticket that I'm after. There we go, and you know what? Just build loads, lots of people. Let's get another couple of quarries as well. Yep, one more. That's a mason. That's the entirely wrong building. There we go. There we go. I think 3 quarries probably will end up being enough, but if it's not, you know, we can always take the action to get a few more. How are we doing in terms of resources? We're doing fine for planks. We're doing not so fine for stone slabs. That might be something else that we could do. Why don't I build a couple more quarries? In fact, do I need to even build the quarries? No, I just need to build masons, don't I? Now, my 2 masons are here at present. Let me see if I can get maybe, what, 2 more masons? 3 more masons? I'll build 3 more masons. In fairness, it is kind of essential that we have a good amount of stone production to ensure that everything is in working order. Serve mead, fantastic. We've apparently served more than enough mead in order to claim our 30 knowledge points, which is just lovely. Okay, firewood, carrots. Yeah, I'm not entirely convinced that this garden setup is anywhere near as large as it needs to be. Yes, I am a little bit concerned that perhaps we're not getting enough gardening done. Let me see if I can build a brand new... Oh, where is it? It's this one. Yeah, the gardener. Build a brand new gardener or 2. There we go. Build a gardener there. Build a gardener. Yeah, we've already got one in there. Perfect. So if we have 2 more gardeners, then it'll just allow the soil to be replanted and grown quicker. Because it is... a little bit slow at the moment, but that's fine. That's okay. That's okay. We're making good progress with that. How are the citizens doing? Citizens look like they're doing just fine and dandy. How are we doing in the mead halls? We're not actually doing too badly here. I think everyone should have mead, right? That's pottery. Everyone should have... Yeah, everyone should have tavern availability as far as I'm concerned. Everyone is totally fine for the tavern. Furniture availability on the whole seems pretty darn good. Firewood. Firewood is not super hot at the moment. Where's my firewood stand? That's the firewood supply stand. Yeah, we're not storing that much firewood. Okay. We can sort that out. So we've got a woodcutter here. Let's get another woodcutter. It's this one that we're after. And just plonk the woodcutter down right over yonder, and that will allow these 3 workbenches to be used by the other woodcutter that we've got. Okay, so that's good. That's a step in the right direction, that's for sure. We're still waiting on a few extra resources to be moved up here, but that's fine. That needs to be on high priority. That needs to be on the highest priority. That needs to be on the highest priority as well, so that we can actually start turning stone into stone slabs as quickly as we possibly can. Ham, we are doing just fine for ham. Where Yeah, we can see. So, we've got a fair amount of pork, but we don't have a lot of ham. I did build a bunch of new smokehouses, but I think that we're probably just going to need more and more smoking facilities. So, build a whole bunch more drying racks, I think they're called. Yeah, build a bunch more drying racks, and that should allow us to smoke more ham simultaneously, and therefore it'll allow the population to experience the wonders of dried meat. Dried pork. Truly, there is nothing better. Also, you may be able to detect. Well, you may not be able to detect, actually. This is an undecided subject within my mind. Can you actually tell that I'm sick at the moment? Can you tell? I mean, other than, of course, the fact that I literally just told you, which, of course, you will now be aware that I am indeed a sick boy. But sometimes it's difficult to tell, you know, when you just experience life through the realm of an audio interface. I mean, you know, your relationship with me is primarily auditory, unless, of course, you tune into a stream, in which case, head on over to twitch.tv/overthepotato. That's right, follow me on Twitter. No, okay, let's not do that. Yeah, but no, you know, the point that I'm making is that it's difficult to tell if someone's sick over a telephone, occasionally. Anyway, that's sort of just a tangent of conversation. Why am I only allowed to assign one worker to a smokehouse? I think I've complained about that already, but that is frankly ridiculous. Also, you know what else I need to do? I need to get myself a brand new path over here. Yeah, okay. Give me a brand new path. Just go and dig it up. There we go. Lots and lots of building needs to be done. But we don't need to use any resources. That's kind of essential. We don't really have any stone resource at the moment. Right. Make sure that all of these gardening huts have got more than enough people in them. Brilliant, so that we're at maximum using all of our gardeners. We've got a couple of idle people, which is still just fine. We should be doing a little bit better for ham. We're doing fine for pork. We're doing fine for pigs. We need to get more smokehouses. That's actually kind of a little bit ridiculous. Yeah, give me a smokehouse, please. Yeah, give me like 2 more smokehouses, each of which only annoyingly takes 1 person, but that's fine. Happiness, still at -16, but, I mean, we've got a population of 391. And, to be honest, I mean, house prices must already start to be shooting up. I'd hate to think how expensive life would be if you're just a normal micro-towner. But, alas, there's not much that I can do about that. Apart from, of course, making sure that nobody has enough food. But I don't think you can actually shrink the population of any given town. All that I care about is the productivity, to be honest. I don't really care about growing the town much past this. I feel like we've got a ridiculously large number of people as it stands anyway. But, look, it doesn't matter. Anyway, let me see if I can make some pottery. I've been bumping my gums about being sick this whole darn time, and still, I don't know. I don't know what's going on. Okay, let's build potterers over here. I don't know what we need. Wow, we actually need 2 things. Right, so cancel that one then. And unfired pottery from clay. And then a pottery kiln makes pottery from unfired pottery. Okay, give me 2 of those, and then give me 2 of those. I guess I'll just make a judgment call once I see exactly how these buildings operate. Excuse me? What are you doing? Are you passed out? This is unacceptable. Can you get back to work, please? I don't know what's happening with this guy. Going to mine. Corpse. Oh my god, he died! He died! Oh my, I was making fun of him for just sleeping. Okay, I think we actually have an epidemic. There are actually quite a few of them. And by them, I mean corpses. Oh my god, there's 2 corpses on that specific space. Oh no, that's... Okay, well, we can actually build a mortuary. I didn't actually think that this was a thing that we would have to do, but apparently we absolutely will. Build it down here. Come on. Graveyard, yeah. How many corpses? How many corpses? Holds 6 corpses. Has space for 6 burial plots. What you actually mean, it's just a hole, really, isn't it? Alright, well, you know what? I'm pre-preparing a bunch of ground because I know... I mean, I don't want to say that I've got a certain reputation for disregarding the lives of hard workers, but that is kind of exactly what I mean to say. So there you go. Right, get to work on this, everyone. Get to work on this. 1 plank. 3 planks, 1 stone slab. All that's required. I think we should have those resources. Yeah, we're fine. Look at that. Stone slabs, by the way. We've completely turned around production of stone slabs, which is grand. Which is great, because it means that I'm actually going to be able to get a nice little path over this way here. Brilliant. So let's go and get that done. How many builders have we got? We've got 30 builders, and they're all occupied, presumably with building the absolutely gargantuan graveyard. But, there we go. Right, how are these houses doing? Ham and bread. No residents in this house. Ham, bread, pottery, firewood. Firewood, apparently, is still in short supply. How many logs do we have? We've got plenty of logs. We've got plenty of logs. It's just the firewood that we need. Okay, let me see if I can address that. Let me get another 2 woodcutters, because as I say, we've got these benches, but they don't really seem to be used all that frequently. So we'll get a couple more woodcutters, and we'll make sure that there are 3 people in them at all times to ensure that they're working hard. Graveyard, working well. Mortuary, fine. You guys, I have no idea why you guys are still in existence. Go and chop down that 1 lone solitary tree, I guess. These guys are working on that part of the woods. That's fine. I mean, look, I'm happy with this setup. I think, to be honest, we could probably do with getting another lumberjack, like, over here. Yeah, we'll put another lumberjack over there. Why not? In fact, we'll put 2 more lumberjacks in here. There we go. 2 more lumberjacks, and we will change the area of effect for this lumberjack. And we will change the area of effect for this lumberjack so that we can, you know, better utilize the luscious green forests that we've actually got right over here. That's cool. Okay, we've got the graveyard, but we're not going to be able to hold any corpses into the grave hole. The grave... What's the burial plot? Whatever. We're not going to be able to put any corpses in there until we get the mortuary up and running. So let's do that. Okay. Are we out of stone? Are we out of stone slabs? Why are we not out of stone? Why are we out of stone slabs? Is it because I've run out of carriers? I've got 71 carriers, and that's apparently not enough. It's because they're all preoccupied with building this stupid graveyard complex. It's ridiculous. Right, can I get that tree? I can indeed get that tree. Somebody go and chop down that tree. Leave no tree unturned. Something. Sure. No tree unchopped? No tree unchopped. That sounds adequate. Okay, put that on high priority so then we can start getting rid of some of these horrible things. Goodness gracious me. Does that affect the happiness of the town? I don't actually know. I guess you can have like a shrinking town size, I guess, maybe. If you're able to have like deaths in the village. I guess that kind of makes sense. Right. Now you can be finally destroyed. There we go. You're gonna... you know what? To be honest, you can stay around for a while longer. Right. Put that on high priority to be destroyed. Well, hey, mortuary's done. Brilliant. Okay, so now there should be a heck of a lot of resources, shall we say, that are moved to the mortuary. There we go. The first one comes in there. And you're just gonna be... Yep, there we go. Ceremoniously disappear into the ground. Wonderful. Well, I'm delighted. I'm delighted that that actually worked. And we've got plenty of storage space as well, which is grand. Okay. Oh, look. I wasn't even paying attention, but apparently we're making progress with pottery. Speaking of making progress, we're going to have to put down a supply stall. Supply stall needs to be within the range of the market, so let's put that down over there. That needs to be on high priority. Storage selection of pottery. Brilliant. Now, how does this actually work? The pottery wheel is a worker operates the building, and the production is unattended. Okay, so it's literally crafted the pottery wheel, and that's a manual process, and then it goes in the pottery kiln, and that is an unattended process. Okay, that's totally fine. I actually think that maybe the current organization, the current way that it looks is fine. We'll just get maybe, what, two more of these pottery, these potter shack things. And they can both draw on the resources that we've already built in the backyard. The pottery kilns and the pottery wheels. Wonderful, 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 wonderful. Okay, these graveyards, almost done. Almost flipping done. We just have a slight shortage of planks, which seems to always be the case. Absolutely chronic shortage of planks, but that's fine. Once the stone road is all done, then that will free up a bunch of the builders, which is grand. Also, once this area is done... Yeah, okay. Cool. Yeah, very, very happy with that. Apart from the fact that my residents are unhappy, and they're down to 70%. I don't want to get into a death spiral here. That's not really what I'm after. Can we pick up anything which would make anything more efficient? I don't think so. Clothing. Medicine. Supplying houses. Gathering knowledge continuously. Let's get bookbinding. Craft books. Books from papers used by the scribe. Oh my goodness. Okay, so we need to get another process. In fact, hemp. I think we grow that in fields, presumably, right? Yeah, we totally do. Okay, well, that's fine. That's totally fine. Let's get a couple of hemp fields, I guess, shall we? We'll get them over here. There we go. That seems like a totally adequate number. Okay, I'm going to put this on high priority. I'm going to put that on high priority. I'm sick and tired of waiting for wood to be delivered. Planks, unbelievably, are still causing almost all of the setbacks. You can see that we've got a bunch of people at the sawmills. You can see, whoops. You can see that we got a bunch of people at the sawmills, literally waiting for logs. But logs that just ain't coming. Logs that just ain't coming. Which is very, very irritating, but that's fine. We know that we're making logs. It's just a question of making them fast enough to sort of satisfy demand, but that's fine. That's fine. We actually started work on this already. Mostly just the stone slabs. A couple of bits of wood have been delivered, a couple of planks, but nothing major. Okay, anything else that we can do to really speed up log production? Not really. It doesn't really look like any of the research that we can get is really sort of an added bonus to speed or anything. But, you know, that's fine. That's fine. I'm not super bothered about the speed. As long as we can get the scale there, then that'll be alright. Still negative 17 happiness. Man, oh man, oh man. I need to work on that. I need to work on this way harder. Yeah. Okay, ham. We've sorted out ham production. Brilliant. Bread we're very low on, actually. Anything under 4 is too low. Tools we're too low on. Iron ingot, I don't care about. Carrot, tomatoes. Looks like we're okay for carrot and tomatoes. But wheat. How much wheat have we got here? That's barley. I mean, I thought we had enough wheat. I honestly thought that we had enough wheat. But maybe I'm just sorely mistaken? Let's try and get a few more fields then over here. We've got a bunch of potatoes. How many potatoes do we have? We've got a ridiculously large number of potatoes. Okay, let me swap this on over to wheat after the potatoes are done. There we go. Okay, brilliant. So we can try and accelerate our bread production just a little bit, because our bread production, as we can see from here, or see from the distinct lack of wheat, is clearly suffering due to lack of availability of wheat to turn into bread. It's really rather a problem. Okay, now we've got more log production, which is grand. We should see a little bit more utilization of the plank area. I should definitely maintain the sporadic little lumberjack huts. I should just get a couple of them. There we go. Is that it? Is that all I can really make? I guess I can put one more down there. Another one down there. Right, so these aren't like top priority top priority objectives to get done, but, you know, they'll eventually be built, and they'll eventually turn out, you know, a decent amount of wood, or a decent amount of logs, which can be fed back to the main town. Of course, it's going to take ages and ages and ages and ages and ages for people to actually get to the log huts. Did I build one over here? I don't think so. I did build one over here. There we go. Make sure that we got 3 people. 3 people. Brilliant. Okay, so as I say, not a top priority, but it'll eventually happen, which is fine. We've got hemp growing here, which is brilliant, and that will eventually be good. Okay, looks like we're almost full. We're almost full. I don't know how many resources we're storing in this graveyard over here. There must be a fair few. Okay, pottery's looking good. We got an ample supply of clay coming in. Not surprising, really, because we've been really using our clay quite a lot. In fact, can I store clay over here? Let me see if I can store clay. Put that on the highest priority. I can store pottery. Right. Don't build it there, then. Build it right next to here and store pottery. Yeah, okay, cool. I don't know how I feel about that, but it would be nice if we could get it in the center of town. However, center of town is at a premium. Space is fought for. It's a very, 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 very congested town that we've got here. Right, supply pottery, great, brilliant. We've got fine amount of water, still low on wheat. Honeycomb we're fine for, seedlings we're fine for, ham we're fine for, pork, pigs, all that stuff we're fine for. Bread, as I say, I think we are making some progress on the bread front. There we go. I don't want to completely get rid of barley production, because barley production is actually quite important too. And, oh, well, we're actually fine for barley for now. You know, I'll take a couple of... I'll take a row. I'll take a row of barley and turn it into wheat. How about that? Brilliant. Brilliant, brilliant, brilliant. And our bread production is looking totally fine. Yep, our bread production is looking actually pretty darn great. We've only got, what, 2 bread vans? 2 bread vans? 2 bakery vans? I think that's fine. It's the flour that we're really after, isn't it? Maybe we need more. Maybe we need more windmills. No, I'm not gonna worry about that too much. Okay, put that on high priority. I'm sick and tired of waiting around for these pottery ovens to be finished. We should have so many resources. We should have like a totally fine number of resources in the pottery ovens. So that should be fine. I just need to get back on top of my happiness so that we can keep growing. No bread in the food stall. Barely any tomatoes. There's a fine amount of firewood. We sorted the firewood problem. Carrots. Carrots are on routes. Ham. Ham is still ridiculously slow to deliver. Is it just that we don't have enough carriers? Is that what the problem is? And furniture we're fine for. Goodness gracious me. I mean, it doesn't look like I'm doing fantastically, but I actually do think we're not doing too badly. Apart from the fact that our happiness is literally miserable. I think maybe I've overgrown a little bit. Maybe I'm just a tad too big, which is slightly worrying. But that's okay. We've got a few more bits and bobs to be fired in the pottery kiln. That's fine. Okay, I think that we're gonna need a lot more than just this setup right here in order to keep us going. Blimmin' heck, they're so unhappy. How is everyone so unhappy? All right, tell you what I can do. Which maybe I should have done earlier. Let's just upgrade the roads right to the Gardenville. See if that makes any difference. Maybe we just need more fields over here. It doesn't look like many fields are waiting to be harvested, though. Looks like a couple of fields of potatoes are waiting to be harvested, but that's fine. Doesn't look like any fields of wheat are waiting to be harvested. In fact, like, it looks like we got a heck of a lot more farmers than we actually need for most of that stuff. Okay, this forest has been absolutely decimated. Okay, that's fine. Maybe we get rid of this lumberjack, as it's probably now no longer required, given that we've brought 2 more online. So go and get rid of that one. Brilliant. High priority. Have we built any of the outstanding, self-standing, self-supporting lumberjacks? I don't think so. Not yet. Alright, that's fine. Okay, how are we doing plank production-wise? We're not doing too badly in terms of plank production. Not great either, but yeah, it is what it is. Codex, a book, paper. Yeah, we're about to go and make that. Barley we're doing fine for. Wheat and bread, we are starting to solve a little bit, I think. Yeah, we're getting closer to fixing this. Hold on, we've actually got bread waiting to be picked up here. Do I need to get some more bakeries? I think I need to get some more bakeries. I didn't think I needed to get more bakeries, but let's get 3 more bakeries just to be on the safe side. Let's make sure that they've all got a full complement of employees. Brilliant. Okay, what else? Ham. How is it that we're still having problems with ham? How is it that we're still having problems with ham? I just don't understand it. Okay, I think we're gonna need to do something fairly extraordinary in order to ensure that our town is able to be fed. I think what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna create a brand new town center. That's right. You heard it here first, folks. Creating a brand new flippin' town center in order to make sure that everyone is getting all of the resources that they need. So, here's what I'm going to do. Literally create a brand new stone road. Brand new stone road. I'm going to stick down a brand new market as well. Brand new... Where is it? Where's the market? Yeah, there we go. Market Square. Brilliant. Brand new Market Square right in the center. And then we're basically going to put down a bunch of stalls all around here to help with the distribution of food. Okay. Furniture, fantastic. And this is going to be where we get the food. You know, this is going to be the sort of population center, but this is going to be the food delivery center. I think this operation is just ridiculous. It's just not working. It's just not working as well as it should be. So we'll get that fixed as quickly as we possibly can. Wonderful. I mean, why is everyone accumulating over here? I don't get it. I don't get it at all. Also, there's not enough people assigned to that farm. Get a few more people assigned there. How are we doing? 3 people idle, 50 carriers, 30 builders. That's a temporary thing with so many builders. Finally done over here. We can take most people off the mortuary, I suspect, because let's be real, we don't really use that many resources that often, or we don't have that many resources to bury that often. We should be getting a bit of hemp, which is wonderful, and we should be able to turn that into paper reasonably easily. Tell you what I would like to do. I would like to create a little extension to this road over here. In fact, yeah, we'll do something like that. And we can use that as the road for our pulp mill. Brilliant. Okay, so that can go right there. And that. Sure, 3. I think 3 is fine. How are we doing for stone slabs? Fine for stone slabs. Not so fine for planks, but that's okay. Is the brand new market built yet, or is it still under construction? Okay. Here's what I'm going to do. I'm going to redistribute the number of builders. The builders are just standing around, and it's ridiculous. Let's try and increase the minimum number of carriers to at least 50. In fact, maybe even 60. So we need at least 60 people to be carrying at all times. You know what? Maybe even 70. There we go. So 10 builders, but mostly people are going to be carriers. Because let's be real, that's what we need. We don't need people idling. Can I increase it past that? Can I increase it to like 75? Interesting. 127 idle tradesmen, so that's about half. That's not very efficient. So that's us basically at about 50% efficiency, which, I mean, leaves a lot to be desired, actually. Okay, that's looking fine. That's looking fine. That's looking good. That's looking good. Everyone is assigned a proper job. Fantastic. Okay. Now, get the market done. We're very close to getting it done. We're very, very close to getting it done. I tell you what I think I might do. I think I might demolish that house, and I might demolish that house as well, so that we can allow people to get through this way a little bit quicker. I'm gonna instead build road in this location. Right, high priority house deconstruction, high priority house deconstruction. Get that taken down. I don't know if it's still gonna delete population. Presumably they can just go and live elsewhere, right? And then build 2 more bits of road. Wonderful. And let's stick it in 2 times speed, because we're waiting for a lot of construction work to get done. And it does need to get done. 859 deliveries without items. Presumably, most of that is food. Food and resource-based deliveries. I mean, we are doing fine for food. We are doing absolutely okay for food. It says that we're doing fine for food, but we're just not. I mean, we are obviously producing more food than we are consuming, as nobody's starving, which is a good sign. Very, very good sign. But we're not producing the right food, apparently. We've got a lot of tomatoes. Let's see if we can build some more carrot plots, eh? Yeah, build a bunch more carrot plots. See if that'll help us a little bit more. Alright, all of the surrounding supply stalls have been built, which is good. Stone slabs. We've got loads of stone slabs. Why are we not able to just get them done? I don't know why. I absolutely don't know why. We're just not able to deliver all of the resources to where they need to be in a timely manner. That's a little bit worrying. That's very, very worrying, in fact. How are we doing in the bread department? Not doing bad in the bread department. Get that highly prioritized, please. Get that market square highly prioritized. Get that supply stall highly prioritized. Get that food stall highly prioritized. Yeah, I think we need more carriers, really. Maybe we've just got too many people assigned to, like, trades buildings and tradescraft. I mean, I'd love to find out where all of the idle tradesmen are, and then just dismiss them all. Presumably these guys, right? The butchers seem particularly not busy. Let me build some more drying racks then, so we can smoke some more stuff. There we go. See if that makes any difference. I don't know if it will, but we can certainly give it a bash. Okay, that's almost done. That's almost done. How's the tavern doing? Tavern's not doing too badly at all. That tavern's doing utterly atrociously. But presumably since the population is... I don't know what the population's complaining about. You know, there's the occasional person who doesn't have much ham, but that's fine. The one thing that's bad about this sort of Civic town center area is that it's not really near the town center, which is a bit of a bummer. But I can't really do anything about that, can I? Not really, unless I wanted to reposition the town around this town center, which I very well may do. But I think that's a project. That's a project for a later date if things have really gone very, very poorly. Let me put that on high priority. Let me put that on high priority. Let me put that on higher priority. And then let me see if I can go and get a paper mill. Presses pulp mill at nearby paper rollers into paper. Used at the library. Fantastic. Build 1. Build 2. Yeah, we'll build 2. We'll assign 3 people. I know that's probably a pretty darn bad habit, but I kind of feel okay about it, to be honest. The sooner that we can start paper production, the better, really. We've got a lot of pottery. And we should be storing it. We should be storing it all over here. Happiness has... We've literally never been more unhappy as a village. I simply can't believe it. Right. Let's get the main sort of thoroughfare into the village center completed at a high priority. So we'll get the workers to go and work on that. The builders to go and build that, shall we? Wood production, that's fine. It's just this minus 30% productivity that's really kicking me. I'm not happy about it. In fact, you might even go so far as to say that I am distinctly unhappy about it. Okay, wheat and bread is all sorted. Grand. Carrots were still a little bit on the low side of, but I've just zoned a whole bunch more garden plots specifically for that. Goodness gracious me. So loud. They're still so loud, aren't they? Potatoes we're totally fine for. Tomatoes we're totally fine for. What else? What else? What else do we need? Not really anything. Honey, we need probably mead. Yeah, mead and beer we're both in rather short supply. Brewing vats. It's water that we're short of. Yeah, it's literally water that we're short of. Okay, well, we can address that with relative ease. Give me 3 more... I was waiting to say water sources, but I believe that the technical term is wells. 3 more wells. Okay, firewood we're fine for. Brilliant. 864 without items. Wowzers. Okay, we got a couple more drying racks. Brilliant. I feel like we're almost there. We've almost sorted our issues. Yeah. Yeah, jeez Louise. Okay, how are we doing? Pulp vat is pulping. Brilliant. Let's get that built at high priority. We've got a fine number of stone slabs. It's just getting the resources to where they need to go that's the problem. Literally, that is the entire problem. I think we just need way more carriers. I think that's just what we need. I don't want to absolve any butchers. But maybe we can see if we can cut back on anybody. I mean, look, we've got a lot of farmers over here who are doing precious little work. Let's absolve these guys of... Keep you... In fact, keep you 3 employed. Dismiss you 3. Dismiss you 3. Dismiss 2 of you. Dismiss. 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 I simply can't afford at this stage in the game to have a gargantuan number of farmers just kicking around doing nothing. There we go. Okay, so I think maybe that's a good policy. We'll just have 1 single farmer on most farms. And occasionally, I'll get rid of everyone. There we go. Okay, so that should free up a bunch more people. Yes, so that's immediately dropped to 770 items without delivery. Or 771 without items. So, yeah, we're making better progress on the deliveries there. How many tradesmen do we have that are now inactive? We've reduced our idle tradesmen by about 30. So there's still a little bit of work to be done there. Can we see anyone standing outside... There, lumberjack. You guys really shouldn't be not busy. Okay. Fine. Okay, reduce that. Reduce that. There we go. Okay. So, have we reduced it further? Brilliant. We're down to 86. Okay, I like this. Efficiency savings. This is good. This is good. You guys, let's reduce that by 2. That's not too bad. Where's everyone else lazily chilling out? Masons? No, they seem like they're fairly busy. But the reason that some of them are not busy is because sometimes the output isn't being taken away from the Ah, here. I see where the issue is. Do we have enough plank? We literally got too many planks. Can you actually believe that? Can you actually believe that? Okay, you know what I think we need to do? I think we need to have a storage area. Let's have a storage area, like, as an extra backup for a bunch of planks. So, store planks there, stone slabs there, tools there, firewood there, pottery there, and furniture there. Yeah, that's fine. Okay, so just a bunch of extra storage, really, to make sure that everyone is working at maximum speed. That takes our idle tradesmen down to about 70. That's not bad, although I still don't understand where all of these idle tradesmen actually are. Are they just, like, individual tradesmen from over at the farms? Can maybe relieve a few more people. But I honestly thought that we needed more farmers than we actually had. Apparently not. Okay, you guys are obviously idle. That's fine. Fine for now, anyway. Paper mill. Is that an attended step? The worker operates the building at that stage. Okay, that's fine. So we got the paper mill. Let's get the bookbinder. Get the bookbinder over here. Does the bookbinder actually require... Oh my goodness, look at this. Turns out we've freed up a bunch of people. Also, our population has increased by about 40. Holy cow. Okay, wonderful. Well, it turns out that... It turns out that that is actually legitimately fantastic. We've made some pretty good progress there. Okay, so some efficiency savings to be had all around. Just wonderful. I also think improving those wells did indeed make a little bit of a difference. Can I store books anywhere? I can store books somewhere. They need to be stored... They need to be stored at scribe. Put that in there. Brilliant. And then a library. I feel like we should have a library in the center of town, right? I say in the center of town. We'll put it in the center of the new town. How about that? Yeah, so go and build a library over there. That's cool. 18 happiness. We're going to hit our population cap in no time at all, which is perfect, which is fine. Most of our deliveries, I believe, are food-related now. Tomatoes are now in short supply. Bread's now in short supply. See, now that we're actually delivering more and more of the resources, it is a bit of a problem. But every single person that is born, or every single person that joins the town, is now going to become a carrier, which is really quite important. It sounds nefarious. It sounds like they carry some sort of disease or something, but no, not at all. Not at all. It's just a case of they will become a carrier. They will literally become a carrier. Okay, so the scribe, looking fine. Bookbinder, that's brilliant. Takes 8 seconds to do that. Takes 24 seconds to do that. So we actually need 3 scribes in order to have 3 bookbinders to 1 specific scribe, which I think is, I mean, totally reasonable. Totally reasonable. 476 deliveries without items. That's not bad. We're working on that. We're working on our deliveries. Wonderful. I've built the entirely wrong thing. So I'm just going to embarrassingly have to delete both of them. I mean, that's totally fine. Bookbinders. That's what I'm after. And another one. Brilliant. High priority. High priority. They should both be built reasonably quickly anyway, so no worries there. How many idle tradesmen? 78 idle tradesmen. Most of them presumably related to planks. Yeah, I think so. There's a lot of people who work in the plank business. Oh, brilliant. There's a lot of people who work in the plank business and are not particularly busy. And then we've got a lot of just generally idle people as well. So we've got 74 idle people. And that is because we're just not creating enough resources. Tomatoes. Yeah, let me see if I can try and go get some more gardener farms and then build a bunch more tomato fields over here. Or tomato, as some people would say. Not me, though. I'm not a tomato chap myself. I do like tomatoes, but I ain't a tomato chap. Anyway, so that'll use up a bunch more planks. Whoa, what a procession. Look at the speed of this. This is brilliant. Absolutely wonderful. Okay, and let's assign 2 people to that. And we should be able to plant a whole bunch of tomatoes in no time. And that should, in the future, fix our issues. Scribe's looking good. How's the library looking? Library's not looking too bad. I don't know how long it takes in order to input a codec. But that should mean that we get a whole bunch of knowledge. No idea how much. I guess we'll wait and see, right? What, do we need to get 4? I guess it's just each and every time we consume 1, we get 1 knowledge. I guess that's it. Okay, I mean, look, as I said, I'm not particularly in need of knowledge right now. I mean, well, we're all in need of knowledge, you know. It's a very philosophical point, but, I mean, I'm not specifically in need of knowledge. How's our bread production doing? Our bread production is not doing too badly. Is it water that we need? No, it's flour that we need. Do we need any wheat? We do need flour, but we don't need wheat. So, here's what we do. We get ourselves a bunch more windmills. And watch the stream of resources arrive at the construction site. Wonderful. Look at this. Look at this. We've sped things up so tremendously. It's wonderful. I feel that we should get some houses, honestly. I feel that we should get some more houses. It's been a long time since we've built houses, and it's been an even longer time since I actually considered building houses. But now we're in a position where we can absolutely afford to do so. So let's just get, you know, 5 more down, something like that, just to get a couple more extra carriers. Yeah, 70, 75, 94 idle tradesmen. That's fine. Man, this is good. Okay, so we've really sort of shifted the game into a new gear. Brilliant. Brilliant, brilliant, brilliant. So we should now have an abundance of flour. We've got quite a lot of wheat in the fields, and so that should now be turned into flour. Brilliant. Very, very happy with that. For the most part, people seem fine with the food situation. Tomatoes, constantly a problem. Carrots. Let's get some more carrots over here, shall we? And let's get another gardening shack. Sure. I'm constantly astounded at what is a problem to acquire and what's not a problem to acquire. Tell you what, that would be a pretty darn good path to make up here, wouldn't it? Oops. There we go. Cancel that. Yeah, so get that brand new path in there. That'll allow us to access the other gardening locations a little bit easier. Happiness has dropped off, but that's probably because, I mean, we're consuming way more resources, and also our population is increasing, both of which lead to negative things happening. Alright, pottery. Pottery, I think we are probably consuming, well, we're consuming too much pottery, and we're not producing anywhere near enough pottery. That is for certain. So the pottery kilns are probably nearly at full capacity. Let's get 2 more pottery kilns, and let's get 2 more of the pottery wheel things, and then let's build another craft building, I believe. Yep, potter, brilliant. So build another one there, and another one there. Perfect. I think that's probably going to be enough. Again, potterers work alone, which makes it rather irritating to get potterers to work properly, but that's fine. Looks like input resources looking fine. Yeah, brilliant. Okay, I'm pretty happy with that. So that's going to increase our pottery manufacturing just a little bit, and I think that we can quite confidently say we're going to get a new bit of research very, very soon indeed. We need to get bricklaying and glassblowing in order to build a monument. I suspect that the next thing that we want to get is medicine. There we go. So what do we need? We need herbs and honey. Right, well, I think we're fine for honey, right? We're actually doing not too great for honey. In fact, mead on the whole, I'm a little bit unhappy with the amount of mead and honey that I'm getting. How are we doing over here? We're not doing too badly. But we do have quite a lot of honey. We do have quite a lot of honey that's actually stored. We've got a lot of honey potential, if you know what I mean. So that's fine. It's just a case of growing some herbs, I guess, right? Where do we grow herbs? Do we grow them at the gardener shack? Garden plot for seedling. Garden plot for herbs. Brilliant. Right, build a whole bunch of herb plots. How about that? And let's get a third person over there. Look at the streamer resources. Brilliant. Okay. Very, very quick. I like that a lot. Okay, herbalist. Let's put the herbalist, like, over here, I guess. Because that's kind of near the honey zone and the herb zone. That's right. It is officially going to be referred to as the herb zone from now on. And then we're also going to need to presumably get ourselves, yeah, a brand new supply stall, which will go in the town center. The new town center. The actual town center. I say actual town center. Let's move you around. Get rid of that. You're still working away over there. Cool. How are we doing down here? Yep. It's cleanup time, I think. There we go. Get to work on that. Minus 20 happiness again. Brilliant. But that's okay. We've just ping-ponged back up to 8. Which is very, very good. How many idle craftsmen? Or idle tradesmen? 102. I've got to imagine that most of them will be plank-related. I would suspect, anyway. Beer, meads, water. Do we need more breweries? I'm looking at the amount of breweries that we have active at the moment, and it doesn't look like we've got many. Let me ditch that crop field, and then let me stick in another brewery. Food. Yeah. Brewery? Where's brewery? Orange building? Carpenter, potter... Ah, brewery. Yeah, here we go. Yeah, stick in another brewery right over there. See if that makes any difference to our mead and beer production. You know, fine for honey. That's cool. Medicine, we are actually making medicine. That's relatively easy. We are doing fine in terms of knowledge. That's wonderful. We've probably got just a few too many people over here. Yep, so take a bunch of people off. Take a bunch of people off working at the paper mill and the pulp mill. I do feel like that could have been combined into the same building, but alas, what can I do? What do I know? Almost nothing is in fact the correct term. It might look like we've got a few too many gardeners, or a few too few gardeners over here, but in actuality, once the gardeners have finished planting all of the herb patches, I think we'll be just fine. Yep, that's all looking good. Easy peasy. Medicine is already... Yeah, it's already filtering through. That's perfect. Absolutely perfect. We've got loads and loads of food. Tomatoes. Bread. Still a little bit low on bread. Ham as well. A little bit low on ham. And as you can see, the source of our ham problems are now coming from a distinct lack of pigs, as opposed to a lack of... butchering capacity, shall we say. There we go. So, what I'm going to do is I'm going to increase the size of the pig pen. There we go. This is going to be a very, very large expansion. Similar to the last pig pen expansion. Because that was a really big event. You know what? I'm also going to take this opportunity to upgrade any non-stone roads that we've got still lying around in key areas. I guess this is kind of a key area. Sure. I mean, look, if we're gonna be very stone rich, then we might as well just take the opportunity to upgrade the roads whenever possible. Brilliant. Brilliant, brilliant, brilliant. Herbs are in full force. We're having no issues with the medicine supply. Happiness on the whole, not too bad. Not too bad at all. Bread. Bread and brewing. I'm just not sure about bread and brewing. I have a feeling that we're going to have to move them into like a bespoke area. This area is a very congested place. Very, very congested place. How long does it take to make iron? 60 seconds to make iron. How long does it take to make tools? 30 seconds. So actually the number of furnaces that we have is actually pretty spot on. Because if we've got three forges each, which takes 30 seconds, and these guys take 60 seconds, or 64 seconds. Yeah, having seven furnaces is actually the exact perfect ratio. Well, either six or seven. Take your pick. But, I mean, it's close enough to the perfect ratio for me to call it a perfect ratio. That's not something that I would do lightly. No. Not at all. Anyway, lots of pigs. Lots and lots of pigs. Here we go. How are we doing? Not bad. I mean, this is fine, I think. This is fine. I think we need more ranches, though. I think we need more ranches at this point. Ranch. There we go. Let's get 1, 2, 3 ranches. Yep. Brilliant. So if we do that, then that should allow us to just deploy the pigs faster. I say deploy the pigs faster. You know what I mean. It's fairly self-explanatory. Allow them to be put into the pens earlier so that they can be fattened up. Provide medicine, claim 40, knowledge. Brilliant. I love knowledge. My favorite thing in the whole wide world. Apart from YouTube views, of course. And subscribers. Yeah, those both rank higher than knowledge. That's for sure. Well, actually, I say that. Depends on ad rates, you know? Doesn't it just? That jokes aside, let's delete this path. There we go. Yeah, delete those little bits. We'll keep this bit for a little while longer. And how are we doing? 75 idling. 589 deliveries without items. How? Where? What resources require items? It must be all of the stalls. It must be all of the stalls. It absolutely categorically must be the stalls. The really annoying thing is that we can't store like intermediate bits of the process. So we can't store, for example, like unfired pottery pots. Because that would be nice. If we've got like an overproduction of unfired pottery pots, it would be nice to store that. But alas, we cannot do anything about that. Okay, brewery, that's fine. Ovens. You know, I think we need to make our own bread processing area. I'll tell you what we could do. We could make a brand new and bespoke bread processing area. You guys need to operate over here. You guys need to operate over there. Perfect. Okay, so let's start making a brand new bakery area. So from bread and flour. So we'll process all of the flour over here. We literally will have a monstrous amount of flour production. Okay. Great. How are we doing? Planks, fine. Stone slabs, fine. Brilliant. How many tradespeople are inactive? Only 66. I mean, that is pretty darn close to as good as it gets. Yeah. So I think I need to increase the number of workers that we have working in this field, because I'm just not happy with the speed at which stuff is happening. That's all fine. Cool. Right, brilliant. Yeah, we got too many herbs now. We literally have too many herbs. We literally have an overabundance of herbs. And that's fine. I'm happy to let that one sort of fly under the radar as far as I'm concerned. Yeah, I think these farms, honestly, total overkill. Let's ditch all that. Ditch all that. Stick another farm in there. And give me a bunch of crop fields specifically for wheat. There we go. Okay, cool. Yeah, so the fewer farm buildings that I have, the fewer can all benefit from tools. Because we do have a very finite amount of tools. I don't think we've got that many. Even though I, you know, waxed lyrical about the fantastic efficiency that we've got over here. Tools. Tools are not a resource that we can squander. There we go. Ditch that lumberjack hut. Get that taken away. Okay, all of these windmills will probably make my stats look bad. Yeah, so the number of tradesmen that we've got, pretty high. But as a consequence, I think I'll actually delete all of these windmills over here. So immediately, we will move all of our bread production northwards. I think it's actually quite important. Quite important to do this so that it's all taking place in round about the same area. And we will have some bakeries. We'll have that many bakeries, and we'll have a bunch of ovens in the back. Yeah, so let's see if that's enough bakeries to get us going for now. Each of these probably needs 2 people, although I will make a judgment call in a little bit about whether that is actually the case. Also, we're going to need a bunch of wells over here. Let's get 9. 9 seems appropriate. Let's ditch all of these ovens. There we go. Ditch all these bakeries. Perfect. Okay. So let's have a little look. Let's have a little look to see if this makes any difference whatsoever to our bread production. I think it'll be greatly improved, honestly. Greatly improved. But I still suspect that it is wheat which we are so desperately after. Okay. I'm going to try doing something over here. I'm going to try doing something a little bit more intelligently as to what I did last time. So I'm going to try and get 3 farms, and each is going to be able to build and operate. Can't build in that area, that's fine. There we go. I honestly think that 3 farms will be able to deal with all of this area, all of this wheat, which I have thus placed. Probably going to bump the numbers up to 3 employees in each area, but even that might just be too much, to be honest. Might be too much. And, of course, we will extend the main road out here. Brilliant. You can be deconstructed. How are our other lumberjack shacks doing? Probably, honestly, fine, yeah. There we go. So, we ditch a couple of those. That will help us deal with the idle tradesman problem, and that's currently sitting at 105. So, that's actually not terrible. 660-something items without deliveries. And we've got all of these windmills that are sitting completely unoccupied, not actually doing anything at all. That's totally fine. Number of builders. Let's bump that up to, like, 20, shall we? Because we do have a lot more building to be done. And the sooner that it can be done, the better. Alright. What can I say? I'm actually reasonably happy. I'm actually reasonably happy with how this is looking. Medicines. Yeah, you know what? I tell you what, we need to get more medicine shacks. We've got a fine number of herbs coming in. A lot of herbs coming in. And we got a lot of honey. Well, I say that we got a lot of honey. We don't actually have that much honey. Let's build more hives, shall we? Let's build a lot more hives. We can afford to build way more. Yeah, most of these hives unattended for the most part. So I think that the beekeepers... Well, I say that I think the beekeepers might be able to handle the demand. The beekeepers have the other job of using the honey press, although that only takes 8 seconds. Yeah, you know what? I think that the current number of beekeepers might just suffice. Yeah. Okay, so let's see if this does actually work, if we've got enough farmers to maintain this entire area. Cool. Herbs, all good. Herbalists, perfect. 85 tradesmen are idle. I mean, that's just about the best stats that we've seen in a while. What about meat curing? How are we doing meat curing wise? I mean, I think that we should be fine, right? Yeah, we're actually doing not too badly for ham. It's still bread, which is the issue, but bread looks a lot more secure than it once did. Tomatoes as well. Tomatoes still forming a little bit of a problem. I don't know what it is about tomatoes. Tomatoes and carrots, they are irritating. Let me build a bunch more tomato gathering areas, and we'll see if that does indeed make a difference. Right. I think we're going to need more capacity to collect grain here. See, I just don't think 3 farms for this area is enough. It might be close to being enough, but it's not quite enough. It's not quite there. So let's get that over there and that over there. And we'll see if that makes any difference. We'll put 3 people on that, 3 people on that. Yeah, we'll see if that makes a difference. Ideally, we want to see all of these windmills turning. That's kind of what we're hoping for. All these windmills turning pretty much constantly would be a good indication, to me at least, that we are getting near our bread production capacity. There you go. Granaries? Can we build more granaries? We could build more granaries, although it seems fairly... I mean, there's not really any point, really, is there? I don't think we've introduced any new food types. We can just have a look. Yeah, we haven't introduced any new food types. We've already got, like, enough backup. And the backup is, like, 24, so... Yeah, you know what? Maybe we could, but... there's no point in just storing the resources, because it'll just delay me addressing the problem. Here we go. High priority. Are we actually out of planks? We're actually out of planks. Wowzers. Well, that is quite surprising, to be honest. That is very, very surprising. I thought that we were better. I thought that we were better prepared. The plank apocalypse, as it seems. Alright, that's a good proportion of the windmills spinning. 93 idle tradesmen. That's fine. It's got 3 people equipped. That's got 3 people equipped. I tell you what, I should just get more fields over here. There we go. Lots and lots of fields. Literally already got the farms over here, so I should just take advantage of that. And to be honest, yeah, our idle tradesman is lower than ever. I say that, not lower than it's ever been before, but I think you get the picture. You get the picture. It's looking good. It's looking good. It's feeling groovy. How many people do we have assigned over here? Yeah, see, we need another gatherer up here. Another gardener. Gardener, gatherer, whatever. And we'll assign 3 people. Primarily just for the tomatoes over here. Yeah, perfect. Brilliant. We're doing okay for clay. We're doing okay for pottery. It's literally planks that have bested me yet again. How irritating is that? We know what? We're getting on top of our wheat production. If it's the last bloomin' thing that I do. Carrots are fine. Tomatoes, still a problem. It's an inevitability of life that you will always run out of tomatoes. I don't even know how it's possible, but there you go. Processing honey. Yeah, see, this is ridiculous. We have got nowhere near enough beekeepers for this honey. There we go. So let's get some more beekeepers. Let's also reduce the number of builders because, as ever, in times of crisis, builders just stand around doing absolutely nothing. And I don't like it. I don't like it. I don't want it to happen. I'm not happy. Yeah, so you can see there's a couple of people standing around. So you can be relieved of your duty. Yeah, but there's only a couple of people standing around, mind you. Not very many. Not very many at all. Minus 22 happiness. Look, I'm completely unperturbed at that. Wait, hold on a minute. These guys can't operate because they've got flour, because they're full of flour? Wow, okay, I think this is a problem. Okay, here we're gonna have to address this. Let me have a little look, see if I can get some brand new bakeries and bakery ovens up here as well. Okay, brilliant. Can I build on the stone? I can't build on the stone. That's deeply irritating. That's fine, though. I've spent literally all of my planks on building farmland. Yeah, pretty much. What's wrong? Honey press? You need a honey press in your area? Okay. I can do that. Alright, that's fine. That should be more than enough honey presses, right? I suspect so. I suspect it might just work. Okay, minus 31 happiness. I did say that I was getting on top of the food situation, didn't I? Yeah, and then I told a little bit of a porky. It looks that way anyway. How are we doing for wheat? Yeah, we got loads of wheat. I don't even know why I'm worried about wheat. So it turns out that I was misidentifying the problem. The problem is that we don't have bread capacity. Okay, well, we're fixing that now. We're basically doubling, not quite doubling, but close to doubling the number of ovens that we've got, number of bakeries that we've got. That's fine. I mean, we are fine for food on the whole, but bread and flipping tomatoes. Right, build that at high priority. I want to sort my tomatoes once and for all. It's an absolute travesty that I'm still trying to sort tomatoes after all this time. An actual unbelievability. That's not a word. Well, unbelievability is a word, but an actual unbelievability. I don't think that makes proper sentence. Doesn't think that makes proper sentence? Oh, goodness gracious me. Look, I mean, if you couldn't tell by my voice that I'm sick, you can tell by my brain and my lack of cognizance of anything, apparently. Anyway, yeah, food, 51 ham, 28 breads. Yeah, okay. This is good. This is better. What's everyone's happiness issues? Herbs. Why are herbs such an issue? Potatoes we're fine for. Ham we're fine for. Pottery we're okay-ish for. But herbs apparently we've got none. But yes, I see. So our problem with the herb area is not the herbs themselves, although I am going to just add on a couple of extra herb plots. There we go. The problem is the honey, and as I talked about earlier, that's why we're getting all of these extra beekeeping shacks. Right. Get that at high priority, that at high priority, that at the highest priority, that at the highest priority. Sure. Okay, get a few honey spinners or whatever, and then we should be able to maintain these bees a heck of a lot better than we currently are, which is grand. Okay, good. Any more bread ovens that we can utilize? Looks that way. Nice. Okay. Turns out more bread ovens, absolutely essential, and making a big difference. The number of windmills that are turning at the same time looks to be increasing. Looks to be increasing for sure. All right, we're getting on top of our honey production. How are we doing mead-wise? Again, like brewing, I did address. I do kind of want to move it out of town. We don't have any honey. We barely have any barley. Yeah, it looks like I overcompensated and completely wiped out the barley production. And we are still growing a little bit of it, but not enough of it as it seems. Yeah, I think we need to get a bespoke barley area. Right. Convert all of these fields to barley. We literally have no need for as much wheat as I'm currently looking to produce. Yeah, I don't want to take any production away from the potatoes. I'll take production away from the wheat, which I've tried to sort of give its own little field. There we go. So yeah, take like 2 rows of like the central farm away from wheat. I mean, this entire area is like outputting a redonkulous amount of wheat. I mean, so much so that people are just standing by. I think we've actually overdone it on the wheat a little bit. I mean, that's fine. Goodness me, what a bunch of high and low points this episode has had. Okay, as soon as we sort the honey production, though, then I think we'll be in a better position, that's for sure. There we go. Good. Yeah, so we're fine on the herbalist. We are fine in terms of honey at the brewery, so we should be able to make a significant amount of mead. And very shortly, once the barley has all regrown, been replanted and whatnot, let's equip some more farmers to that area. It's got 3 farmers anyway. Yeah, so once the barley has regrown, we should be able to make a consistently large amount of beer, which is brilliant. How are we doing for tomatoes? Well, hey, I don't want to call it. I don't want to say that we've definitively sorted the tomato situation. That's right, the tomato situation. Furniture. Are we low on furniture? We're actually super low on furniture. I don't believe it. I suppose our one carpenter has been working pretty hard for a long time. Maybe it's time that I finally gave him a friend. I'll give you 2 friends. How about that? Actually, cancel that. Cancel that as well. Put it there instead. There we go. Just so that we can utilize the tables better, basically. Yeah, because the carpentry tables are the 3 ones. Three tables right in the center there. Wonderful, 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 wonderful. That all looks relatively smooth, relatively grand. I forgot that it was in 2 times speed, actually. Well, you know, I like how much progress we weren't making in 2 times speed. Is it 2 times speed? It's just speed up. Okay, so it's an unidentified speed increase. We're still after water, apparently. Don't know why we're missing water out of any of these breweries. Tell you what I will do, though. I will create a super fast road. There we go. Delete the road that I tried to build, but misclicked. No, it wasn't. It wasn't. I can't blame my fingers. That was my brain. My brain just didn't work out where that road was supposed to be going. Cool. I just got an achievement, by the way. You wouldn't have been able to see that. But balanced diet, apparently. I don't know what the objective was. Maybe get more than 50 food in each category. I guess I could probably check Steam. Let me have a little look. Balanced diet. Have a full granary for each type of food. There you go. Okay, so it's 24 resources, right? Yeah, 24 resources for each type of food. Well, there you go. The more you know, eh? I'm pretty happy with that. 300 food and counting. Yeah, we're not doing too badly on the food front, are we? Well, I mean, I've gone to this massive effort to get a huge, what is this? Not granary production, bread production. And it looks like it was a little bit overkill. As you see, we have literally got fields and fields and fields full of wheat, which is, I mean, quite wasteful, actually, because now we've got a whole bunch of people who aren't actually doing anything. I mean, 3 people in this farm alone, and all of these bakers who are doing very, very little. Tell you what we could do. If we build another granary, build me a granary down near the storage area, sure, and store bread. 2 granaries that store bread. I think that's, again, maybe a little bit overkill, but that's fine. How are we doing for planks? 43 planks, grand. How are we doing for furniture? Furniture's probably still a little bit low, isn't it? 5 furniture. It's getting there. It's getting there, for sure. Mead and beer, still on the low side, but I think, finally, we've sorted food. Properly sorted food. And kind of properly sorted planks, but not really. Firewood. How are we doing for firewood? We're absolutely A-okay for firewood. But literally planks. Literally planks. The bane of my existence. Okay, so we should start to see all of these buildings, all of the buildings that we built over the course of this sort of last 20 minutes of this episode. They should all sort of kick into life as soon as the granaries are both built. There we go. Well, Granary 1 is built. And Granary 2 is about to be built as well. Fantastic. Brilliant. Yeah, still not enough of these windmills are actually going ham. Not ham, I suppose going bread, going flour. Not enough of them are going strong. But I think that's going to change. I think that's going to change, and I think that's going to change pretty soon. He says, confidently. Maybe not. Maybe 2 granaries of bread storage isn't actually enough. I mean, it looks like a lot, but they only store like 24. They only store like 24 bread. We've already got 74 bread, plus 117 in reserves. Yeah, we're doing totally fine for food. We are doing totally fine for food. Okay, I think, well, in the next episode, we're clearly going to have to address our barley problems. We might just be getting on top of that, like, now. Or maybe not. I don't actually know. Who am I to say? Ladies and gents, we're going to finish this episode off right about now. Thank you very, very much for watching. Thanks, as ever, to my fantastic Patreon supporters who help make videos like this possible. I'll see you next time, folks. Bye.